The top cop in Aberdeen is finally home after serving his country overseas. Chief Henry Randle was deployed in Kuwait for more than a year. Our Quentin Smith speaks with Randle now that he's back on American soil. So Quentin, how did he say it feels to be home again?
Scott, Chief Randle is thrilled to be back home. The staff sergeant deployed with the 155th Armored Brigade Combat Team. After protecting his country for the past year, Randle is now swapping his Army greens for his police badge. There's a familiar laughter now echoing around the Aberdeen Police Department. If you guessed, it's that of Police Chief Henry Randle. Well, you guessed right, as the top cop is now back serving and protecting the city of Aberdeen.
I'm kind of like settling in. I hadn't just really got back to my normal self. I basically just been kind of like taking it day for day, trying to feel my way back around, but it's good to be back home.
Since February of 2018, up until just a few weeks ago, Randle was deployed with the Army National Guard. The troops spent much of their time stationed overseas in Kuwait. My
job is a 88 Mike, which is a driver, and a fuel operator, which, I provide fuel for whatever necessary vehicle out there or whatever tank that's out there.
While Randle says he enjoyed being out in the field, there's still one element he constantly struggled with during this mission: the heat.
Sometimes the heat can be detrimental to your health over there. It dries you up, plenty of water. We kept hydrated, but just being away doesn't really bother me. It's just the atmosphere, So I can deal with being away. I just couldn't deal with the heat.
This marks Randle's second deployment. His first was in 2003 when he deployed in Iraq. The staff sergeant says this most recent deployment was a peacekeeping mission. Being on the front line protecting his country and community is something Randle takes pride in. He always wanted to be a public servant, which is why he joined the military and police department.
I've always wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. I've always wanted to serve, protect, and military. Military and law enforcement kind of go hand in hand. If you're in the military first, most times you get out, you want to get into law enforcement. If you're law enforcement before you're in military, then you want to join military. So I've got to do both of both worlds, and I've enjoyed it every day.
Now, speaking of being a public servant, Randle has spent over 20 years at the Aberdeen Police Department and spent 18 years serving our country in the military.